Good morning, folks. Welcome to another glorious day building Ivy. It wasn't quite so glorious when I was doing this one, but it's another bit of catch up from a while back when I put the basin in, and so I'll show you that and come back at the end. As you can see by the shower tray not being attached to the floor and so on, then I did this while I had a bit more space. I was just trying to figure out where exactly everything was going to go, so having sort of having a little play with that to mark it up and know where I wanted to put it. Realised I had to take the wall off. It was always in the plan, but that necessitates taking the ceiling off. But doing things the way that I've done things, putting the bulkheads in first, means that I can take the walls off, and this is one of the reasons why I was able to do that. So I put myself a piece of wood to align where it was going to, where the bottom of the ply was going to end up, and then marked where I was going to have the actual valve itself. And then this is using the Loctite stuff for metal to metal, the liquid stuff. You just squirt it in and then screw it on, and it's I guess it's a sort of glue really, but anyway, it's very easy to use, very reliable. So I don't like doing this sort of thing, measuring and then transferring it to something else, but there really wasn't another option. So I drilled a little pilot hole and then went in with the hole saw. I've been told that these hole saws are the old school way of doing things, but they're very thin, which makes it really good for going through wood. So anyway, for the tap itself, then I only needed a small 12mm, I think it was 12mm anyway, hole, so I was able to do that with a spade bit. And this is then a better view of how I've mounted this contraption to hold the tap itself. Here I'm just cutting out to try and get the pipe to come around the corner, and I realized that actually that wasn't the way to go. I would get another 90-degree corner bit, and so I did that and then was able to screw it back onto the wall. Well, I guess it's not a wall really, it's a mounting piece that I've put in behind the wall. This, as you can see, it's attached on the sides to let it back into where the spray foam would be, and I realised that at this point in time I should do up all the connectors and just test that they're all secure and not leaking. So I did that, and while it was all off, and then I reattached it to the wall. Sorry, I obviously dinged the camera at some point. At this point, Mike from next door turned up to be helpful. I had to drill some holes where I've marked and put spray foam in everywhere that I could to try and avoid the cold bridges. But with the wall back on, obviously you've seen me screw the walls on a number of times anyway, then I was starting to line up and attach this permanently. So I put some gunk over the top, and then just some black tape to hold it while that sets. And then I was trying to put this tap back on, and I struggled a little bit, but once I found out that there was another Allen key that I'd missed, then it went back on a whole lot easier. Then I was just checking that I'd got it all square, and we move on to the waist. So the waist is just a normal waist. Nothing unusual in this, so I speeded it up a bit. I tried a bottle trap and realised that was going to fail dismally on a number of fronts. I couldn't make it because you can't get it to adapt at certain... Anyway, this is what I ended up doing. I'm not sure whether this was when I was doing it up or after I'd done it, but this was a hot water and gunk and stuff. I think I used... maybe it was just hot water. I'm afraid I don't remember, but I did it in, put it up really as tight as I could. And once it was done, then it's really not coming off. So that's about it really. I will now show you what it ends up looking like. So this is the end result. As you can see, it just works as you would expect it to. By doing this, then I've got a reasonable amount of outstand from the wall, and having the large basin, then that helps with shaving and things, just not spilling water everywhere. So that was why the outflow is just Jubilee clipped onto that, and then goes straight out one of the fittings over there, as you would expect. So that's really about it. I don't think there's a blanking plate in the tap hole. That's just silicone in. Nothing else to say really. that goes through the porcelain down into the outflow. So any questions, let me know, but otherwise I'll see you on the next one. Take care.